Now, don't forget, you can listen to Good Things. We are streaming live over at supertalk.fm. We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. But don't forget, you can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. And I think we can all agree that helping Mississippians get into affordable housing is a good thing. Joining us today is Clint. He's the president of the Oxford-Lafayette Fuller Cener for Housing. And they're up to some good things there in Lafayette County. So welcome, Clint.
Good day, Rebecca.
It's good to have you here, and it's good to share more about your ministry and your organization. I know you guys have been around for a while, just recently changing the name, but maybe not the focus. So give us a little background about your organization.
Okay, well, thank you, Rebecca, for giving me the opportunity to speak with your listeners. We are, as you say, we're the Oxford-Lafayette Fuller Cener for Housing, and we build and repair homes in partnership with families who need a hand up and not just a hand out. We're a locally run, independent covenant partner, and as most people know, housing is quite expensive in Oxford, and repairs cost a lot, so our mission is to help people in that way.
And how long have y'all been doing that, Clint?
We, as under the umbrella of Habitat for Humanity since 1987, and we've built 17 houses under that umbrella. But in 2022, we transitioned to the Fuller Center for Housing, and we continue on in that mission.
And to date, you guys have probably helped repair as many homes as you have built new. And I think that's often missed in the conversation. Like you hear about people getting new houses built or provided for them through different ways. But just the repairing of the house where it can be safe and functional can be more cost effective, I would assume, and just as helpful. What are some of those repairs like to keep people in their homes?
Right. Well, you know, most middle-class people probably think of poor maintenance as a leaking pipe, a little peeling paint. What we're talking here are leaking roofs, collapsing sheetrock ceilings, floors that are subsiding and falling out under folks' feet. And if we did not intervene, then probably in another year or two, those houses would become uninhabitable and those families would become homeless. So we're talking about very, very major repairs. Oh, and by the way, typically we're accomplishing a major job for maybe $7,000 or $8,000. So we're saving a house, we're saving a home, and we're enabling people to have a stable life.
Clint, how do you find your, I don't know if it's customers the right term to describe it, or the families that you are able to connect with and help? How do you spotlight who's a good fit?
Right. We have a website which I'll refer to a little later, through which folks can send us an email, give us a call, and get in touch. And then typically we'll send them an application. We have a committee that then reviews that. We take a look at the situation and we prioritize it, try to take care of the emergency situations first. And I'll also, when we close out, point out that the need is great, beyond our own resources, but we try to make a serious dent in that, repair as many houses as we can in a year.
So what are you currently working on? I know y'all have a great project there in the Brittany Woods subdivision in Oxford. Tell us about that home.
Certainly. We're very happy about this. Currently, we are building a home in Brittany Woods subdivision. This house is going to go to an employee of the University Police Department. And during the week of April 14 to 18, we're going to have a team of experienced volunteers coming from around the country, joining multiple teams of local volunteers. And in that week, they're going to build that house from the foundation up to near completion. It'll look like an Amish barn raiser.
Now, Clint, I went through the building of a house. If you tell me we could get it done in a week versus almost a year, I know there's some superpowers going on there.
All right, that's right. Well, you've got some really amazing and experienced volunteers. in Virginia. I saw them at work. I showed up at a house on noon Monday, and 3 of the 4 exterior walls were up, and they apologized that they'd gotten off to a slow start. They really are remarkable. And I would emphasize that we're accomplishing this with a lot of support from local donors, folks, individuals, churches, businesses, giving funds, materials, their time to make this all possible. And almost too many to name, but we will be recognizing them at our conference, as we'll talk about in a moment.
Yeah, the upcoming conference, I think that's an opportunity for people to learn more about your organization, and that there are other communities around the state that are Covenant partners. I think that's interesting. So how can people get involved, Clint?
Certainly. I would suggest that, as I was going to say, that we're spreading some sunshine around here in terms of what we're accomplishing. But we've typically built about a house about every other year, repaired maybe 5 or 6, but the need is really many times greater than that. I would encourage folks to get involved, get in touch. We have here in Oxford something called the Affordable Housing Commission. They meet at City Hall. They're on the website there. Listen, sit in, find out what's going on. You know, the LOU homes, for example. You have the Doors of Hope, which helps people who are in really immediate danger of being homeless. But for us, to get in touch with us, I'd recommend going to our website. That's fullercenter.org/Oxford. fullercenter.org/Oxford. And there you'll have contact information. You can call us, email us. If you would like to make a donation, we have a button for that. And if you wish, folks can specify they'd like to help with the new house if they'd like.
And the Fuller Conference that's coming up, you guys will be hosting about 150 folks from around the U.S. that are doing your work. How special is it that that's coming to Oxford?
Wow. Well, this is a big deal. This is really a major national, international organization. As you said, they have 8 Covenant partners around the state. In Mississippi, they have about 100 in the United States and about 24 internationally. So, May 16 and 17, we will have the conference here in Oxford at the Oxford University United Methodist Church. And these folks are going to show up for their, of course, meetings, but a celebration. And part of that celebration will be to go on over to the new house, and we're going to have a dedication of that new home and hand over the keys.
How important is it, Clint, for folks to buy into helping to repair and keep people in their homes in terms of thinking about like the greater good for the community?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'll give you just one example. This past year, we repaired the home. I mean, these were collapsing floors. And what we did was we repaired the floors, and the lady who owned the house was like the matriarch in an extended family. Had she lost her home, it would have been disordering to her whole family and to that community. And by this new house we're building in Brittany Woods, we're doing our part to bring that community up. So it's a positive win for everybody.
I think so too, and I can see where you guys are definitely getting out there and doing the Lord's work as well, and it's definitely a mission field out there, I would think, repairing these homes. And if people do want to get more information, Clint, remind us just the website to volunteer, to learn more about the conference or sign up for it, all of the above.
Certainly. Yes. By all means, again, that website is fullercenter.org/Oxford. If you're interested in supporting us, volunteering with us, attending the conference, please do go there, and we'll get back to you. And as you mentioned, we are, as it says on our website, at Fuller website, we are unashamedly a Christian ecumenical ministry. And we're not a church, but a servant of the church, and we welcome those of all faiths who believe that everyone should have a simple, decent place to live.
Well, I love that, Clint. I appreciate your time here on Good Things and all that you're doing for the Oxford-Lafayette Fuller Cener for housing. So I appreciate your time.
Great. It's been a pleasure talking with you, Rebecca, and your listeners. Take care.
All righty. You guys stick with us. We got more good for you coming up next.